evening and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Friday, November 20th, 2015, and we're honored to have with us in the studio, Palehound.
Two stoned, taking antibiotics, feel my infections wrestling my bones. The jar, watching cuties hit the half pipe. I only feel half right around how beautiful. Why don't they hold me there?
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Palehound. Hey, do you guys want waters? I just realized that you don't have any. Would that be useful for you? We
Jesse's
can bring
got
some
one.
out. Jesse?
I think I'm good.
What? Okay, if you don't. Thank you guys very much for coming out and hanging out with us, playing music for us. I read this awesome interview. It's really long. You can check it out somewhere on the web. Ellen, with Sadie from Speedy Ortiz, like about your friendship and kind of upbringing
on
and stuff.
Rookie. Yeah.
Okay, on
Yeah,
Rookie Mag.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so check it out there. You can read the whole thing. But you make a reference to Buck's Rock and talk a little bit about that. That's some kind of music camp. I'm just curious about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a performing arts, visual arts camp
Okay.
in Connecticut that I went to for a little bit as a kid, and that's
Like
how I met Sadie.
elementary school
No,
era?
like early high school.
Okay.
Like 8th grade till like freshman year.
Okay.
Sophomore year.
And
high
it's like
school.
a songwriting type camp, or you can do
Not
any
really.
sort
You
of
can
art.
kind of do anything. They have a bunch of different visual arts stuff, a lot of theater stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I met Sadie through just the doing songwriting and kind of playing with her a little bit. So
Do you attribute any of that stuff to like your guitar playing, or to, I don't know, even wanting to be in a band at all?
yeah, I would say so. Not like, I don't know. I was always just kind of like really into playing guitar and practicing on my own. So
Yeah.
I never really like got that extra push that I needed for that because I was like already really passionate about it.
Sure.
But I think it just kind of more than anything. I grew up in like a town where I was the only person who like just wanted to do anything musical for a while.
Okay.
And it's really hard to find people to play with. So when I would go to camp, I would kind of like jam with the other kids and be like, oh, it's actually really fun playing with a band.
Yeah.
So I guess that helped a lot.
Do you form bands out there? Like did you form any early incarnations of projects, out there? Is it
Kind
more
of.
just jamming?
It was more just kind of jamming.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yes.
My first jam session at summer camp was with Ezra Miller, who is an actor who was in like Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh,
So
right
That's
on.
a fun fact. I don't know. It's really funny. Really nice kid. But yeah,
Nice.
speaking of jamming at summer camp.
What
it
was
really funny.
with just the two of you, or
Yeah,
like
he
in a
played
group?
drums. He's a really good drummer.
Sweet.
Really good. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
About guitar, also, your dad played. Is that true? Or
Yeah.
plays? I
Yeah,
suppose.
plays. He was a really sick drummer back in college.
Okay.
His college band's name was Ear Food, which is like the worst, but
Yes.
also the best.
Yeah.
And super like Bonham inspired kind of like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I guess as he got, older and, had kids or whatever, he I think he just like liked guitar because it was portable and quiet. And
Yeah, exactly.
he
The
liked writing
quiet-
songs, so I kind of grew up with him writing songs and listening to him play, and then just love him so much. He's like my best friend.
Sweet.
So wanted to do that, and he gave me my first few lessons.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So that's what I'm wondering. Did you guys like sit down and actually run through
Yeah.
chord stuff or scales
Yeah.
and things like that?
Yeah, we did. Not so much scales because he had
Okay.
never really trained that well, but
Okay.
like chords and whatever.
Yeah. And then you studied guitar at some point, right? Or you studied jazz and something else?
Yeah,
I read?
I'd taken some like lessons at the local music store when I was like in elementary school, and then not really so much in middle school or high school, but was playing in ensembles like jazz band and pit band and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then in college, I went to 2 years of college, and the first year I studied classical and the second jazz.
Yeah.
So
Do you find that like finding its way into your parts? With Palehound or with any of your projects?
yeah, definitely. That's when I started writing for Palehound, was in college.
Okay.
So it was like right at the time that I was starting to learn classical stuff. And
Yeah.
then this record was right at the time when I was learning how to play jazz. And
Right.
it was just more chords that I could use, which
Yeah.
was nice. So
Yeah, especially with some of that ripping. You do like some pretty nasty like riffage on there, which makes me, obviously there's some training coming from that,
there's a little bit.
Yeah. And then just lastly, what about like guitarists now that you think are doing really cool stuff, even just like friends of yours
Current
or whatever?
guitarists?
Yeah, current guitarists, yeah.
I don't know. I've always loved Annie Clark. I think she's
Oh,
just
right
like
on.
that's like a given. Especially, I don't know. I think what I really like about her is how original her style is
Right
in terms
on.
of like the effects. Like you can listen to her record and think that it's a synth, but really it's a guitar.
Yeah.
And that's always been super inspiring. I think Brittany Howard from the Alabama Shakes is an amazing player, and I think she's actually kind of been a little underrated in that respect. Everyone's like, oh, her voice, which is obviously incredible, but the parts that she writes are just like so good, and the songs that she writes, Yeah, I mean, I'm not really like always focused on people who are like incredible shredders.
Sure,
It's
sure.
mainly just people who are like creative and like can complement their songs well. That
Yeah.
I always really like.
So something unique or something that like makes them stand out compared to
like
others.
even Courtney Barnett and the way that she can hold her own in a trio with the
Yeah.
guitar is like, I think she's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, thanks for sharing. Thanks again, you guys, for coming out. You can roll into your next one when you're ready.
Cool.
You're watching Audiotree live. We're in the studio with Palehound. You can tune up and get ready to go into the next one. And I will say that they're on tour with Mitski, Torres, Bully, and others like in the future all the way through November 25th. And then they're touring next year, starting January 13th through the end of February. So you can check them out on all those dates.
dusted and bony, free at night. Oh, I'm overhead and overhead. Oh, I'm overhead. Buy me a pet to compromise, to fatten my dry food and rice. And he's a-okay, he's a-okay. Oh, he's a-okay. Oh, 'cause you made beauty a monster to me. You made beauty a monster to me. You made beauty a monster to me. So I'm kissing all the ugly things I see. Never a day to spend on me, to bathe in the sun and read magazines. Oh, I'm over it, I'm over it. I'm so over it. 'Cause you made beauty a monster to me. You made beauty a monster to me. You made beauty a monster to me. So I'm kissing all the ugly things I see. Oh, 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 I'm kissing all the ugly things I see. Oh, 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 I'm kissing all the ugly things I see. Oh, and I'm nursing all your ugly babies.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Palehound. I'm curious, on tour, especially longer stints of tour, where you find a little bit of solace or maybe some privacy. I just know it can be hard living in a van or, that kind of thing, like how you go about that.
Privacy on tour.
If there is any, maybe is the response.
There really isn't
Yeah.
that much of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It just kind of like it's not gonna come to you.
Sure.
You have to make it happen for yourself.
Sure.
If you want some privacy, it's not like you're ever gonna have an opportunity where you're alone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, personally, if I ever feel like I need some time, I'll just go for a walk around the block or just maybe split up to get food somewhere else. Or that's about it, though. I mean, we usually just, because once you get to the venue, you're kind of just together, and then you're in the car together, and you're sitting in the same place. And it can be kind of difficult in that way. I'm definitely a pretty private loner kind of type
Okay.
a lot of the time.
Sure,
I
sure.
think. Like when I'm home, I'm just like, don't really like hanging out with people.
Yeah, just by yourself at your house or whatever.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like you get kind of in like the groove of it. I
Yeah.
think on tour, you're just kind of like, this is how it is. And
Yeah, is that a different mindset thing? You just have to like adapt to the situation
it just
you're
kind
in.
of is like a way to survive the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I'm really fortunate to be with two bandmates that I really love. And it's just like fantastic. We really get along super well. And I wouldn't just say that. I just wouldn't bring it up if it wasn't true.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all get along super well and travel really well together. And I feel like we have very like distinctive personalities that make it really easy for us to coexist.
Yeah. And that's got to be important, right? That phrase coexist or that word coexist is important, I think, because it's not like you guys are going to be having the time of your life every single day you're with each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's an impossible situation to be in, basically, when you're just with people 24/7.
Yeah.
Like for weeks and weeks at a time. It's just like it takes a lot of work
to
just like not go crazy. And it has nothing to do with the people. It could just like be your own insecurities coming out at one point and like, but anytime there's any kind of thing, it's just so easily rolled over and it's where we really work together well that way.
Yeah. Are you able to kind of flesh that stuff out pretty quickly?
Definitely.
Yeah. Do you find that that's, I don't know, like evolving your personality at all? When you go back home, are you always wanting to be alone or do you find that as you're touring more, that's changing, that you want to hang out with more people more often or something like that?
Well, I think it's changing in that I used to love like going to shows when I was home and I can't. It has to be someone I really like.
Yeah.
To like be going out to a fucking bar.
A concert.
Like, I'm just like, that's really what it is. I'm just so over like bars after tour. It's just like, I can't do it. Like, no more well liquor, no more like crowds of people and like feedback and stuff. But I don't know. I like hanging out with like small groups of people. Sure. That's always good. I don't like to be like totally alone all the time, but yeah.
Right on. Cool. Okay, you can roll into your next one. Fucking bars.
Yeah, fucking bars.
Those days I spent with spoiled men, my skin was warm and glowed like hell. But now I'm not alone, 'cause I've got my mom, my dad and my sister and the dogs before you go strap me to the bed. I feel like getting cold again. My bed is getting cold.
You're watching Palehound on Audiotree Live. Before we roll into the last one, I'm curious if you played a show so far on this tour or even this year that really surprised you by like how many people were there or just like their intensity or something like that. Maybe a city you've never played before that kind of blew you away with the turnout, something like that.
Cool. Yeah, actually, we played a show in. We had a day off on this tour that
Okay.
we booked a show on in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the turnout wasn't like spectacular. It was at this like kind of small bar, and I was kind of going into it with kind of like a kind of sour attitude because
Yeah.
I'm like allergic to cigarettes and like I'm allergic to tobacco, and it was like a smoking bar.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, this is gonna be like maybe kind of like not great.
Yeah.
But then the people who were there were just so just so passionate about just like a band coming to their town and just like so happy to see like anyone there. I
Yeah,
think. But like
yeah.
there are also people who just like knew Palehound, but it was also just really nice to see just everyone there just like really engaged and not just kind of like fucking on their phones and like talking to their friends
Yeah.
and like at the bar. Like I was kind of going into the night like we're probably just gonna be like maybe background music for like
Sure.
just the social scene. It was like a Sunday night too in like
Okay.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And it ended up being really fun. The people were super nice and yeah, that was kind of surprising actually.
Yeah, what do you take away from a show like that? I mean, does that make you approach the next show that you think is gonna suck differently, or is it all just like your mood in that moment, you know?
It kind of made me, well, that show I learned a very valuable lesson because I was kind of going into it like thinking it was not going to be great and just kind of like being like, maybe we should just take the day off. But I learned that, I don't know, it just like was one of those situations where I was like, yeah, not a lot of people were there, but like those people super counted and like everyone counts obviously, but it was like, just kind of was more like, I was just so grateful to have that kind of crowd and that kind of response in a place that we'd never been to before and I'd never really even heard of.
Yeah, right on.
So, yeah, that's just something that like as I tour more and more, I just like ever since the record came out too, you can just see more people at shows and I'm just like insanely grateful to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Which improves every tour.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Also, congratulations. Palehound was nominated in the Boston Music Awards for New Artist, Rock Indie Artist, and you solo as a female vocalist.
Really funny.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome though.
Well-
Did they send you any like I don't know flowers or did they
No,
did they
no
send you a note?
No notes, no flowers. That was the
No
funny thing.
trophies.
No, what was really funny is that it was just posted online. Like I learned when everyone else learned. I was like, this is kind of scary, but also like best female vocalist. That's just like to me, I was just like, that's bullshit. That's like I am not by any means. Like there are people who go to Berkeley who train and who are like pop singers who are just have so much more skill than I do. And I really don't think I'm gonna win that one.
Yeah, right.
So that was the one that I was like, what? I was like, really?
Yeah.
Whatever. It was weird.
That's funny that they didn't even tell you or that
No.
it just showed up.
Yeah, just showed up. It
Well.
was like, oh, the BMAs, and then like, oh, they're okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm on
Nominated. Yeah, all right.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, right on.
Yeah,
Either way, it's awesome. And new release, Dry Food, is out now, so you can get it online and in stores and stuff. And take it away with your last one when you're ready.
Homes with pastel doors, and I wanna go inside, but I'm rushing to the shore to see the waves before it gets too dark. To see the waves before it gets too dark. And people that I'll never meet have been showing up naked in my dreams. And I try to close my eyes, but I really wanna see their breasts like eyes are staring back at me. Their breasts like eyes are staring back at me. try to scoop it up, but I retch until I'm stuck to stare and gag into a Dixie cup. Just stare and gag into a Dixie cup. And oh, my major lights when in the snow. And oh, the danger is when I have to go. And I've always gotta go.
You're watching Audiotree Live, and we're in the studio with Palehound. You can catch them on tour and get the new release, Dry Food, out now. Thank you guys very much for performing for us. Yeah. Thanks to awesome people in the studio and sound engineers, camera and lighting crew for making it look beautiful. And viewers, thanks for watching. You can support the band by downloading the session when it comes out in a couple of weeks and send a shot via social media to us or the band if you just want to connect. From all of us here at the Audiotree Studios, thanks for tuning in. Goodbye. Hell yeah.
Cool.